if children are involved, should you make it work even through infidelity? So let's say that that person's not being loyal. Do we stay and we rock with it for the little ones?
No.
And how long would you stay?
No.
Say the little ones were like 5. Or if they were 15, does that make a difference? What do y'all think?
Personally, I do not care. I feel like there's more damage that gets done to what those kids are now experiencing as this version of what love is or marriage is, or the camaraderie of like the dynamic between the husband and the wife, the cohesiveness in the household, how things flow. I don't care how much folks try to say this is for the kids. I feel like this is not for them kids. This is for you because you're not ready to leave. Or there's nothing wrong with wanting to work it out. That's one thing. But I find it very difficult for a person to recover and to snap back and bounce back healthily still in the marriage, and the kids are watching the whole thing unfold. Some cases, it can be a thing where both kind of just decided to recommit themselves and they're now ready to work on it. But the level of forgiveness and tolerance and self, because sometimes it's like, you know, the spouse that's been cheated on, at times, maybe that person kind of contributed to that. So there's a lot of like, to break all of that down, the introspection that has to happen, the level of forgiveness, the like, and we're going to do all of that while these kids staring us in the mouth every day. Like, so to me, that's a difficult thing to do. But if it's very clear that y'all are like, it's just not a healthy situation, but y'all stand in it for the kids, usually that excuse for me is not enough for those kids to have to witness now how y'all getting down and how y'all getting along, because you know it's probably not very peaceful in that household. The comments, the vibe, the energy.
You don't think there's no way to get through it?
I'm not saying that there isn't. Both of them have to definitely commit to that. Like now comes.
I mean, like if the infidelity has already came, you don't think it's a way? You don't think it's worth, given the situation in our community with single mothers? You don't think it's worth trying? It is
if both of them are willing to do that work and do the counseling and all of that and keep a healthy environment for the kids. But if you're not doing that for those kids and y'all are just kind of now at this point taking shit out on each other, taking jabs, tit for tat, now the peace, because I know of couples that, you know, old school couples didn't part when that kind of shit went down. Yeah. Wives would stay when the husbands cheated. They're married for 40, 50 years. And a lot of times I find that the current underneath their relationship, like it's bitterness there. There is like real snarky, like kind of comments that are made. There's this thing that just kind of never left over the course of the relationship because who got cheated on maybe didn't fully forgive, but y'all stayed in it. And there's a level of misery. I don't think that's fair for kids to have to experience. In that case, no, y'all need to just separate so y'all can find yourselves, regroup, find happiness elsewhere, and allow those kids to just have to adjust to their new normal. My opinion.
That's a lot to swallow. That's tough.
It is tough.
I see you did your homework on that.
Just my thoughts.
It depends on the details for me. You know, details that matter, how the situation went down. You know, as far as infidelity, man, I need to know how this shit happened. A lot of people may look at it, I don't care, you cheated, yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's what I was gonna say.
To me, the details really matter. You know, I need to know who, you know, I need to know what and when it happened. You know what I'm saying? Also need to know the motivating factors and the degree of difficulty, you know, the person went through to carry out the offense. I need to know that. That's important. And if they're deliberately cheating, you know what I'm saying, with neglect for a future with me, and at this point, you know, we ain't trying to make it work. We're trying to force it to work. And I don't believe in forcing relationships to work when someone is completely careless, you know, about the relationship and the children who are innocent in the situation. So at that point, the children, you know, they suffer growing up around unnecessary drama. So, but those details really matter.
Or just how their ideas around commitments, marriage, relationships, just how those are formed from what they're experiencing in a household. Like, it really is not fair to the kids.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. My opinion on this here topic. Okay, guys. I really think that this all just depends. I think I have to lean towards Bruiser on this one, that I think that if you are married and y'all have children, that you should do what you can to try to make it work. If it's a one and done moment, Vegas, I don't know, just something that happened kind of situation, because to me, that's something that we could possibly work through. But if you are like actively cheating and you are like going to continue to cheat and you are going to be out here just doing whatever,
it's reckless.
I cannot stay with you. The kids will have a horrible situation because I'm not going to be my best self. You know what I mean? And being angry and all of those things that come with having to try to work it out with you. And then you go and do it again. And it's like, it's going to turn into a nasty cycle. And I'd rather my children see me happy, at least. I'm guessing you not happy because you can't keep it together over there. But at least see me happy and understand, you know, the importance of growing up in a positive household versus being in a toxic place where people are arguing and things like that. Because people swear that they can stay together and just like, oh, this will be roommates at this point. But I also think that sets a bad precedent to the children. And then the children learn about relationships based on what they're seeing between the two of you. So what is it that you want to show them?
The bitterness.
What do you want to show them?
Yeah, the bitterness part. I mean, I get what you're saying, but we got to understand our backgrounds that we come from, given our situation again in our communities, man. A lot of single mothers out there. So the bitterness is coming from generations. You know what I'm saying? The bitterness is always going to be there. A Black woman today she's already going to think her man is cheating before he's even cheating. Like, it's just already there. It's like, it's something that's just born in there because of our backgrounds and how the households we're coming from at this rate, as far as the statistics. You know, a lot of kids are today growing up, you know, they're coming from backgrounds of single mothers and mothers. A lot of mothers has been abused or cheated, or they just, I'm not going to say it's always the man's fault, but in that case, in that scenario, the bitterness is already born in the relationship, and you just got to be able to tolerate that going in.
I disagree with that. I have never thought that any of my boyfriends were cheating on me.
Kayla, you look like if your man go to the grocery store and
no, not at all,
going to get some milk and he been there for an hour, you like,
not at
who
all.
was you with?
Very
who was you texting?
like,
what took you so? No. Come on, Kayla, you just got it all.
I'm really not though. I'm really not though. Like, I'm not the jealous type. I'm not about to be doing the most. And even April can attest to just seeing me with men and other women on my. I'm just not. I'm really not like that. Unless there is something that you are genuinely doing to disrespect me. But just like you going to the store, even other women talking to you, I would expect somebody that I am with for other girls to try to talk to them. Because I mean, I don't want nobody that nobody want. I don't want nobody that nobody want. Like, I want to, like, the kind of dude I want, other girls are going to try to talk to him. Like, I cannot be going off every minute just because a girl. Now, the way that he responds, that's where that's where the conversation starts in terms of the way that he responds to a girl trying to talk to him. But going to the store, I mean, come on, no, I don't even have the time for that because
I just use going to the store.
Razzle, I will dazzle. Okay.
You ain't got no anxiety with you, do you?
I really don't. I really don't have any anxiety with it. You have to be doing things specifically to actually disrespect me in the relationship. But like, you just going out of the house, you just being around women. No, like, if I trust you, then I have to just trust you. You have to just do it.
So
you can't control everything. You can't control everything. You just have to trust them. How are you
single when you don't have no inch of anxiety though? How are you single?
What do you mean?
It's just that's a straightforward question. You saying that you never had a scenario or a case where your man is gone for a long time, or just his behavior, you know what I'm saying, may
My
hint to
man, someone I'm in a public committed relationship with?
yes.
No.
So you tell me you ain't never had a thought like, I wonder if he's doing this. Let me ask him or something like, or you ain't never. Come on,
no.
April, come on, call her out on that.
Okay, I'm not saying. That's why I asked you specifically. In a relationship, I'm a public committed relationship with. There's been like situationships over the last few years that I'm like, okay, but like a public committed relationship, no, because honestly, I'm not worried about it. Do you hear? Do you hear a tree fall in the forest? No,
I have to agree with Kayla Bruiser in that, like, I don't want to be concerned about the possibility of you stepping out on me, violating me.
I don't go looking for problems.
Like, I don't. That's because if I'm in the relationship with you, for me, friendship is real important.
Y'all being politically correct now.
No, I'm being really 100. Like, the guys that I spend time with, or that I have not been in a committed relationship since August, but even still, in my time of being in a relationship, never once did I think or concern myself with possibly him cheating, stepping out, or dishonoring me in any kind of way, because the friendship is like deeply embedded, and it wasn't on my radar. And that's the kind of relationship I need to be in. Going back to that opener about the loyalty piece, it's, do I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's going to think twice about what he's doing before and prioritize me in that thought process? And for me to be in a relationship, that's kind of how it has to be, where he's like, you know what, I'm not trying to lose my relationship. I'm not trying to devalue her. So no. And plus, I'm a very confident person as well.
So you don't have, y'all just told everybody that's watching the show, y'all don't have any anxiety and y'all don't have any insecurities.
No one said that. I don't think I said that, or Kayla.
You don't have to say it.
I don't have anxiety and I don't have insecurity.
We're talking about specifically a man.
Right. Either I can trust. Yeah. I'm talking about a man that's made a public commitment to me. I'm not talking about some guy I'm dating, if he's dating other women. Like, I'm not talking about, even in that case, I can't concern myself
gonna come
with
out
that.
with a book, boy. I'm telling you.
Even in that case, I can't concern myself because you're not mine yet. But obviously, if I'm with someone and they start doing some shady shit, I mean, obviously, I'm like, okay, what is going on? But just to walk around in a relationship with anxiety and insecurity, like,
and concerning myself and like checking your phone and worried about what you're doing.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I feel like those
I don't think y'all know what anxiety and insecurity is.
So what is anxiety and insecurity in a relationship? Because I'm not worried about him going to the store. I'm not checking his phone. As long as he's doing what he usually does, and he's like, I'm not going looking for problems. So like, what do you mean by anxiety?
So if for y'all to say y'all don't have any anxiety in a relationship suggests that y'all don't have any imagination.
No, what do you mean by anxiety? Give me a scenario.
You never even like, okay, so you never imagine the worst things that could happen. I
try not to, because that is really bad for my
randomly, you know, you always, okay, so in all the things you do in life, you always, I don't want to say this wrong. I want to say expect the worst and strive for the best. That's not the term I want to use, but in all the decisions you make in life, you never have an inkling thought in your mind that, what if this go wrong? How do I plan for this? How do I make a plan? You know, how do I think of some type of contingency to deal with it? You know what I'm saying? How do I prepare myself if this happens?
Then you feel like you doing all
this is happening to women. This is happening to women at a high rate. Women are.
But you're creating all of that narrative.
Listen, I'm not saying come up with a fear.
You're giving all of that energy by doing all of that. Well, what if and how am I going to?
It really takes that much energy to the point to where it's that. Where you boosting it up to that significance. I think it's just having a little, you know what I'm saying, care. Like, it's almost like you care about somebody.
But because I'm not scared, that mean I don't care. Like, I care. I want to always make sure that my man is happy and that, like, you know, I do, you know, do the things he wants and that we are growing and all of these things. But like, if do me being worried about other women when he's not with me mean like me not worrying about it? Does that mean I don't care, or does that mean I just trust my man to go and live his life without falling into
I
somebody's
applaud the way y'all behave with your man. I'm just saying that I thought it was, me personally, I thought it was common, and I could be wrong. Y'all could have changed
maybe
my
when
mind.
you're in the dating, maybe when you're in the dating phase with someone, where you're not exclusive and they haven't made a commitment, or if you are with someone that has cheated on you before in the past and they say they aren't anymore and they're moving on. Those are the only two instances I could see, because if you're dating them and they're dating other people, you're thinking, you know, you can't help but think, okay, you know, I wonder if he likes her more, like what's going to end up happening, whatever. That may briefly.
Have y'all been married? Have y'all been married before or had kids before?
No.
Have y'all been married or had kids before?
I don't have kids, no.
Have you ever been married before?
No, I haven't been married.
That's what it was. Oh my God. I wish I could.
When I get married,
wasted a lot of time.
Are you saying when I get married, I should be worried every second that I'm not with my mate, that he's doing something that he shouldn't be?
No, I'm not saying that. That's very you went to the extreme with that. No, I'm saying once you get married, what I'm saying is once you get married and once you have kids, okay, kids can create a bit of insecurity, not to a point to where y'all think it is. I mean, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it changes your body.
You mean like physically and all of those?
Yeah,
all that,
because you may.
I'm praying for a good snapback. That's all I could do.
You said pray.
No, but like based on my genotype, I would be good.
This when we enter these relationships, there's always a chance things won't work out. That doesn't prevent us from.
I swear y'all got the perfect minds for it, but I guarantee you.
You think in reality that
you're gonna be faced with different challenges that you cannot see right now because you're so stern on your what's the word for it? You got ethos about it, you know what I'm saying? You got your beliefs about this stuff. So when you get into it, that's when you'll start to see, damn man, my beliefs are being challenged. They're not challenged right now, so you can't really see that. But if you do, I guarantee if you have a kid and it changes your body and it's harder to stay beautiful like you want to as far as your physical appearance, it may not happen. You know what I'm saying? But it's the chances that it increases some insecurity about yourself. It's just destined to come.